We got Brian Kilmeade, co-host of Fox and Friends and host of One Nation, and from the West Coast, Trace Gallagher, anchor of Fox News at Night. Thanks to both of you. So I just have a little list of Mamdani the commie. Hates Jews, hates the state of Israel, hates cops, hates ICE agents, hates wealthy white people, hates grocery stores and bodegas, hates private enterprise, hates capitalism. I want to go to Trace. You know, in some ways, he may be the poster child. He may be. He certainly had a successful visitation in New York, in Washington, D.C. just this week. All right. Out your way, what are folks saying? What does this look like out your way in California?
Nobody's further left than out my way, Larry. I mean, that's the whole point, is except for New York, you have L.A. and San Francisco. They had these far-left prosecutors that were both taken out of office because people realized it was a mistake to let criminals just walk the streets. They knew defund the police was a bad idea. They know that these policies legalizing drugs, right, in Portland, Oregon, where they finally figured out, like, oh, this is a bad idea, and they reverse it. So everybody on the left is putting on the brakes, except for New York, where you have Mamdani saying, oh, no, it's time to defund the police. It's time to kind of go after these capitalistic policies. And instead, they should be focusing on things that actually work, because none of the stuff that he's advocating works. Not one of his policies has worked in real life, and they keep trying them again and again.
And, Brian, you know, it just seems to me this is going to catch up to him, okay? It's going to catch up to him. I mean, we know that, for example, the New York Post is ripping his face off on one thing or another every single day, and various other commentators around the city and nationwide. But doesn't this stuff catch up? You can't just hate all these things at once. I know. I mean, I don't think people really understood who he was when he won the plurality of votes in the primary.
Don't you blame his opposition a little bit? I mean, how could Governor Cuomo not say, hey, I'm going to destroy this guy? I think he's a communist. I can't believe what he said in the assembly. I can't believe what he said on that podcast. So all of a sudden, you know, we have to do the opposition research for other Democrats in order to win. And I think that Eric Adams has got a pathway, too. Eric Adams all of a sudden has got 13 police foundation endorsements. He's got $1.5 million he made last week. He's got, I think, some latent support from Trump supporters in New York City. Yeah. And Trace, you mentioned that, you told me today on the radio, that it's a big deal out on the West Coast. I found out it's a big deal in London. London is all excited about having a Muslim mayor. Yeah. Because London has basically been taken over by the Muslim community.
And Andrew Cuomo said he ran a good campaign. Oh, this Mamdani guy has run a good campaign. No, he did not run a good campaign. He ran on being a communist. He ran on being a socialist, and he had all these ideas that Andrew Cuomo would never stand behind.
Wait, no. I got to stop you there. Okay. Andrew Cuomo is running as Mamdani light. He said, Andrew Cuomo gets up there the other day, and he says, I don't think there should be any billionaires either.
I know.
Okay. Andrew Cuomo is a guy with a track record of letting all the criminals out of jail, recidivists, Alvin Bragg type stuff. Andrew, when he was governor, he was a miserable far-left governor. Right. He is not his father's son, for point number one. Right. But point number two, he's also very corrupt. I mean, I don't see there's difference between Andrew Cuomo and Mamdani. You could say maybe Israel. Okay, I'll give him that. Other than the anti-Semitism and the Muslim stuff.
And the police. I mean, he came left. He came a little bit farther right on the police when he said, okay, it was kind of a mistake to go down that road.
Cuomo's been one of the worst guys for backing cops in the history of cops.
And remember, no fracking. He's the one who stopped them. They did environmental policy. They said the environment's going to be fine. I'm not fracking anyway. And if you ever take a drive upstate, these people are dying for some type of industry.
Yes. The guy who has the right issues and the right philosophy is, wait for it, Curtis Sliwa. All right. This poll out today, I read it in the New York Sun this morning. I thought it was jaw-dropping. He's even. Yeah. He's running even, and he's running 10 points ahead.
He needs all four to stay in.
Okay.
He needs all four to stay in.
Yeah.
Adams needs Cuomo to drop out. And Mamdani will do better if everybody stays in.
But you know as well as anybody, Larry, that you can't, if you're a Republican and you're running in New York, if you're running in Los Angeles, you're running in San Francisco, you are against the win. You got headwinds coming from 5 different compass points. You got 4 yeses from, I got like 2 nos. Everything I said was wrong. Everything you said was right. I'm thinking, how is Brian Kilmeade more right than I am?
No. It can't be possible. We're going to revisit the whole issue. They're going to, look, Betsy McCoy and some others, you've got some good government types that want to register maybe 1 million new voters in all the boroughs, not just Manhattan. I mean, look, the Bronx and Brooklyn and Queens, certainly Staten Island is a Republican stronghold, but the Bronx and Brooklyn in particular, that's what Trump did very well when he came into those places. Those places, if you register a lot of voters, if you get out working class folks, just like Trump did, Curtis could make a lot of hay there.
I think you're right, but I'm going to say one other thing. I think that the best thing for Republicans would be for Mamdani to win, because it wouldn't just be a symbolism of what's wrong. It'll be exactly what's wrong, and it'll force force Democrats to be moderate.
Where do you live?
Massapequa. Do you want to know the exact address?
No, but I'm not going to dox you, but I'm going to say, spoken like a true non-New Yorker. Yeah. All right, that's what
I'm Long Island.
I'm in Manhattan Beach, so I'm on my own thing. I'm way Manhattan Beach, so I'm way out of the thing.
And Trace Gallagher, they'll go on forever. You can catch Brian hosting One Nation Sundays at 10 p.m. Eastern. Trace hosting Fox News at night, weeknights, 11 p.m. Eastern, all on Fox News. It's the best nighttime news show there.